Hello and welcome. I'm Sonia Davis, and I'm going to be talking to you today about what on earth the energies are right now and a bit of an overview of what's going on. Because if you've been following me for a while, you will know I keep mentioning, oh, the energies are huge right now. The energies are really big right now. These are unprecedented times. And what I haven't done, I realized, is give you an overview of why that is and what's going on, sort of the bigger picture of what's happening with the energies right now. So you're very welcome here. I'm going to take you through a little bit of the history, what's going on right now in this moment. And I'm just for the record, I'm recording this on the 12th of November 2025. So the day after the 11/11 portal, and that's important. But I'm also going to talk about what's coming, and I'm going to focus on the next 3 months, really until February, towards the end of February time. And this is relevant for you wherever you are in the world and whenever you're watching this. These really are unprecedented times. So you're so welcome here. And if you're new to my world, welcome. Please come and say hi. Tell me whereabouts in the world you are. I'd love to know. I do enjoy meeting new people and reading your comments. So please do come and say hi if you're new here. So what's going on right now? You might have been feeling really unsettled. The whole of 2025 has felt like we're changing. Everything's changing. Things are crumbling. Now that will be going on for you personally, but also it's happening out there in the wider world. There's so much going on right now. And I'm not going to comment, excuse me. That's funny, isn't it? My throat starts cracking. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly healthy, but my throat starts going as I start talking about these things. Interesting. And that's part of this. So yeah, I'm not here to comment on the news or anything going on politically or anything like that right now. That is not what this is about. I'm here to talk about energy. That's where I'm at. But 2025 has been a year of things crumbling, of things shifting, of things changing, of things that have been going on for a very long time suddenly coming out into the open and people going, well, that's not okay. 2025 is in numerology a year 9, which is all about endings, closing things out. In Chinese astrology, it's the year of the snake, which is shedding the skin, clearing out the old. There's a really big theme of clearing out the old. Astrologically, I mean, 2025 has been unprecedented, off the charts. There has been some literally unique astrology going on. There's some massive things happening right now, which is why I'm recording this video. And I will dive into what's going on right now. But this is all a time of extreme change, of extreme exposure of what's been hidden under the surface so that you can see it clearly, shining a light on what's been hidden, shining a light on the things that actually haven't been working, even though they may have had the illusion of that they were working. And this is for you personally as much as on a global scale. Seeing things for what they really are rather than necessarily what you believed they were. And there's a place of almost death and rebirth in that. And I'm saying that because actually shedding illusion feels like death. Feels like a form of, who even am I now? And then you become who you really were always meant to be. Now, I've been through that process myself. I'm still going through it as much as anyone else right now. I might be in a different stage on my journey to you because we're all on a unique journey, but that doesn't mean I'm not also going through it. There is no, there's no ahead or behind on this. This is all unique to you and it's all divinely timed as well. So the process that you go through of seeing where things aren't right for you anymore it's a difficult one, because the human brain has been taught, has been conditioned, has evolved to keep you safe, to keep you where you are, because something new that will help you break free from where you are, that's scary. And your brain is hardwired, it's programmed since we came down out of trees as a species of humanity. It's hardwired to keep you safe, so that you don't get eaten by lions. Basically, that's what it's about, or bears, or whatever else it is out there. Your brain is hardwired to do that, so it's going to try and keep you where you are. And when you start seeing the ways that that has been happening, whether that's your internal systems keeping you safe or external systems that have been placed upon you and conditioned you to believe that things are the way this way and this is how it works, and you suddenly start to see, well, hang on a minute, is that right? Is that true? Is it really how it works? And you ask those questions, you start to break out of a shell, and that's not easy. That's not easy for anyone, myself included. The process is not easy. And that's what we're going through at the moment as an entire planet. And it's not even just humans going through this, but I'm going to leave that for another time. We can talk about that another time. So let's focus on 2025 and what's happened so far, and where we're going and where we're heading and what's going on right now. So we have been going through what is commonly known as the ascension process. And it's been happening for a long time, a very long time, millennia, this has been happening. And the human species, the human experience has been about experiencing life without connection to our higher self, without connection to spirituality, without connection to our brothers and sisters in the intergalactic realms, where our soul origins, without connection to source, divine, God, whatever you want to label that, it's all relevant and valid. And I'm not commenting on religion here, by the way, at all, at all. Belief systems are fabulous, and I believe necessary as well. There's a different commentary on the way that organized religions on this planet have been structured, which I believe have been ultimately to serve the people in control and power of those, rather than necessarily about the belief system itself. I do believe that the belief systems are all of equal validity, and absolutely necessary. Don't necessarily agree with the way that the human version of those have been organized, but that's a different conversation. Interesting, that's where my throat goes again. Yeah, there's some energies around right now. So 2025, this ascension process has been going on for quite a long time now, and it's coming to a culmination. And 2025 has been the year of getting rid of the illusion, clearing out the veils that hide what's really going on. That's been a big part of this year. And one of the people that I follow closely, I think she's incredible, is Kelly Kolodny. And she channels Archangel Raphael and other incredible energetic frequencies. And she's been talking a lot about the gestation period that we are in now. And it started in the eclipse season this spring, in spring 2025. So I'm talking sort of the March, April eclipse season, 2025. And that is where if you like, this gestation period began. And that's where things started to really crumble and illusions started to be shattered. And there's been such massive energies going on. If you think back to where you were, say, February, start of March in 2025, can you honestly say that you haven't changed since then? I don't believe that you can. If you can, please do let me know in the comments, but I don't believe that any single human, no matter where you are on this ascension journey, even if this is brand new to you, I don't believe that you can say that you've gone through the last few months since the start of March and you haven't changed in some way, or your life hasn't changed in some way, or something hasn't happened to you in some way that has changed you. Now, if you think about it like a gestation period, the birthing of that, think about the humans. So a baby in gestation is for 9 months. And that takes us through to the December solstice, 2025. 21st of December 2025 is when we emerge into the new. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. But this process that we're in right now is like being in the womb. If you're human, you're watching this, you have been in a womb. Whether or not it was for a full 9 months, that's academic. But the point is you've been in that womb space. And I want you to think about this like that. This is the point where we are in the darkness. We are reconnecting. We are deciding. We're forming the synapses. We're growing. We're gestating. We're becoming. That's what's happening right now. And that's been true since the eclipse portal of March, April 2025. And it's massive. It's huge. And we've been through so many gateways and so many portals. I mean, if I think back to my own really powerful ones, the most powerful ones have been, for me personally, the 6-6 portal, because I had to do something that was part of my lifetime task in that, around healing Mother Gaia. Really so powerful, so potent and important. And it has made a shift in the frequency of Gaia in doing that. And I know that to be true. The June solstice, that was massive for me personally. Lionsgate was a really big one, the 8-8 portal. Less so for me personally, but there are reasons for that. And then another really big one was literally yesterday, the 11-11 portal 2025. Wow. So big, so huge. And what I've found, and I'm going to say it's not about the individual moments of those dates. So I don't look back and go, oh, this specific thing happened on the June solstice, for example. But I look back and I go, yeah, that's where things started to shift and change. And it's an entire process. It's not a one-off, this date was this, and then this date was this, and then this date was this. It's an entire whole bubble that we are going through right now. And we are coming into the final parts of that now. So the 11-11 portal yesterday for me was, I mean, I'll be honest, that's always been my most powerful one of all of the portals. That different people connect with different ones. For me, that's always been the most powerful. But this is a whole. See it as a whole, not individual moments. But we are coming towards the end of that now. And it does end. This phase ends with the December solstice on the 21st of December. So let me talk a little bit more about the specifics of what's going on right now, and then what we can expect to come and why it matters, why this matters so much. So we've had, as I say, at the time of recording this, we had the 11-11 portal literally yesterday, 24 hours ago. And that's a really deep connection to your spiritual self, your soul self. and to your spiritual gifts. And so much is coming online right now. So many people I'm talking to are going, "Ah, this is unlocked now. This spiritual gift is, I've never been able to do this," or "I've always been able to do this, but suddenly it's amplified. I'm hearing things at a clearer level. I'm seeing things more clearly. I'm feeling things more strongly." All of that is a big part of what's going on right now. What's happening at the moment, we have literally, at the time of recording this, we are in the most huge swarm of solar flares going on. We've had, in October, there's an interstellar object, 3i Atlas as it's named, making a circuit around our solar system and passing our planets. And it's past Mars. It's past its perihelion, where it's closest to the sun, at the end of October. It's pretty much going past Venus right now. And it's coming to be closest to the Earth. I'll talk about that in December, and I'll talk about the specifics of the dates around that very shortly when I get onto that bit. But it's not just the intergalactic object. Now, I believe that this interstellar object, 3i Atlas, I have connected with it energetically twice now, once deliberately and once it came in. That wasn't as part of my meditation channeling practice. And both times I've had nothing more than the hugest wave of love and joy. I mean, I've burst out laughing. I was doing a meditation just where it must have been, oh, it was at the full moon. It was at the full moon last week, which was the 5th of November, the full moon in Taurus. I was doing a meditation that day, and it came through and connected with me because I'd already chosen to connect with it previously, consciously chosen that. And it connected with me, and in the middle of this meditation, I just started laughing with sheer joy. It was incredible. And the other thing it's given me is I mean, I don't sing. Well, I do in my car on my own when no one can hear me, but I don't sing. I've been singing in light language on the 2 occasions it's connected with me. And what I believe is happening is the 3i Atlas, and many, many people have connected with it on different levels at different times. Kelly Kolodny, I've already mentioned, has channeled, she's a channel, an incredible channel, has connected with it directly, and brought through its actual communication, if you like, frequency communication. Lee Harris talks about it in his work with the Z's that he channels as well. Many people, Dr. David Clements is another one he channels as well, and he has brought through so much insight and information, and everyone is saying the same thing. It's really fascinating. This interstellar object 3i Atlas and all the other comets, 6 other comets in our solar system at the same time, that's never ever happened before, ever. And this one that's come from the intergalactic center, I mean, it's billions of years old, and it happens to be coming past our solar system right now, in the midst of our ascension process, at the most critical point of our ascension process. That's not an accident. That's not a coincidence. That is entirely intentional. And the level of love and joy that this is bringing is huge. And it is a massive upgrade for us, for our planet. The whole planet is shifting. It's impacting the solar activity. It's heightened the solar activity. It's gone past its perihelion with the sun. And look at, as the sun's rotated back around towards us, the side of the sun that was facing 3i Atlas is now facing the Earth, and the solar flares are unprecedented, literally off the charts. There was an X-class solar flare. Time zones confuse me because the people I follow tend to be in America and the different time zones. But it was either late last night or this morning. I've lost track slightly of the time correction factor there. Massive X-class 5 solar flare come out of the sun yesterday, and it hasn't quite hit the Earth yet, but it's going to be here in a few hours, in fact. And the solar flares, the geomagnetic force that is putting on our planet is huge, and the planet's going through its upgrades. This is not a coincidence. The solar flares bring us light codes. They bring us more light. They increase our energetic bodies in ways that we're probably feeling. You're probably feeling it right now. We've also got loads of planets retrograde right now, including Mercury, the planet of communication, but also technology, at the same time as massive geomagnetic storms hitting the planet. I don't believe that's a coincidence. I really don't believe that's a coincidence. Lots of other planetary activity going on. All of this is all about a cleansing and a clearing and a healing and a reconnection with the truth of who we are, rather than the layers that we've been putting on ourselves, that society has conditioned us into, that the human experiment, if you like, the human experience has brought us to. There's so much cleansing and clearing going on, and we are being asked to allow it to happen. And the way to do that is to allow the darkness. There's that quietness. If you think about a baby in the womb, it's floating in darkness. It's not thinking and doing and rushing around. It's suspended. It's stopped. That is the place of creation. That is where the new happens. And so many people I follow and hear and listen to, and they're not all connected with each other either. I'm not sort of following a breadcrumb of that person and that person. And that. I mean, I do that as well. Don't get me wrong. But other people that I follow as well are also saying all the same things. This is a time of stillness, of quiet, of darkness. Nature right now, this time of year, particularly in the Northern Hemisphere, is all about embracing the darkness, the stillness, the quiet, as nature dives back into the earth again and goes quiet, and the leaves fall off the trees and things die away, and we let the old fall away so that there's space for the new to grow. Let me talk a little bit now about what's coming in terms of the energies that we can expect over the next few months. So I'm going to say 3 months, because I'm taking this up until about the end of February. There's a lot more besides that in 2026, but I'll take us up to the specific reason, 20th of February. So we've got another new moon coming on the 20th of November. And I'm not going into all the details of all of these. I'm just giving you the key headlines here. We've got another massive new portal on the 1212 portal. And this one, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not one I usually connect with. 1111 is usually my big one. But the 1212 portal this year, expect lots of light. That's where we open the joyful Christ consciousness light that starts infusing this planet. And that's interesting because my technology suddenly started glitching as I've started talking about this. This is really interesting, the way the energies are flowing with this. So the 1212 portal is going to be big. Now, I can't give you a specific on how it's going to impact you, but what I can say is be prepared for an influx of light to flood you and this planet. I don't know how that's going to work. I can't tell you. I can't say. I don't scry into a crystal ball and give you specifics on this is what's going to happen. That's not what I do. But I feel the energies of it. I feel the truth of it as well. I'm also a truth seer. The 1212 portal is going to be huge. And I don't know the specifics of why or how, but I'm inviting you to be open to that happening. Maybe clear the day if you possibly can. So I'm just check my calendar. It's a Friday. It's a Friday. I mean, we've got a full moon before then, the last of the the last full moon of this calendar year on the 4th of December, but which it will be another supermoon, which will be really big as well, like last week's supermoon was in Taurus. But this is the 12/12 portal is going to be massive with light coming in. I'm just getting that sense of light and love and joy, but be open to it because it might hit you quite hard. The next date to be aware of is, well, there's 3 days in a row, the 19th, 20th, and 21st of December. So the 19th is when 3i Atlas, that interstellar object of love and light and joy, that is absolutely supercharging our planet and the energies of our planet, that makes its closest pass to Earth in that moment on the 19th. Now, I don't know how that's going to land, what's going to change there, but expect big shifts then. The 20th, so the following day, we have the new moon in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is all about freedom. It's all about truth. And don't forget, we are in the age of Aquarius now. We've got Pluto in Aquarius. And that is all about power back to the people. Oh, and look, my text glitching as I'm saying that. That's really interesting, isn't it? I'm hoping this is recording. My screen tells me I am, but we'll see what happens with this. I really hope it is. So yeah, so the 19th we get 3i Atlas making its closest path to the Earth, and that's significant. And again, I don't know exactly in what way, but it is. The 20th, new moon in Sagittarius, freedom, truth. Expect things to come to light. Expect to see new things. The new moon is all about rebirth. It's all about newness. It's in the darkness that you see the light. That just came through as a phrase. I didn't expect that one, but there we go. We'll take it. That in the darkness you see the light. Interesting. And then on the 21st, the following day, is the winter solstice. Now, there are different views of when a new year is. Celtic New Year was Samhain, 31st of October, Halloween. The calendar New Year is the 1st of January. I've never resonated with that, never liked it, never had a good feeling from it. Some see the New Year as the astrological New Year, which is in March when we drop into Aries. For some it's the Chinese New Year. So my point is, New Year is a different time for everyone. For me, the one I've always resonated with most is that winter solstice. And that is the point that all of the channeled energies that I'm seeing, that I'm hearing about, that so many people are talking about that I follow, and you can go and do your own research on this. So many people are saying the 21st of December, 2025, the solstice, the winter solstice here in the Northern Hemisphere, summer solstice in the Southern Hemisphere, is when we emerge into the new world. That's the rebirth. That's the birthing moment. So the gestation period that we started back in the eclipse season, back in March 2025, comes to its full gestation at the winter solstice, at the December solstice, 2025, December 2025. So this phase right now is all about those last bits, making sure everything's in place, ready for what's coming. None of us know what's coming. I can't sit here and say, this is what it's going to be. This is how things will be. But what I can say is, expect things to start changing. Now, none of this is a bang once overnight, everything changes. But it's oh, now that's where things start to shift. So if you're feeling frustrated right now, know that we are still in that womb space, that dark space. And that's what we're being invited to do. We're in that point of creation right now. We're still going through that creation phase. We're still shedding and getting rid of the things that we don't need, ready to come out into the light on the 21st. Whatever that means for any of us, we don't know. But I want to acknowledge as well that that's not, absolutely not the end of it. And I said I was going to run us up until February. And the reason for that is, and there's various other things astrologically happening between the December solstice and 20th of February. And but the 20th of February I'm going to reference in particular, because that is when there's an astrological conjunction that I mean, I'm not an astrologer, so please don't take my word for it. I have researched other people's research on this, so this is not my bag, but people that I've followed and that I trust and value, who I've always found to be spot on accurate, have said that the 20th of February is the first time in 6,000 years when Neptune and Saturn are conjunct at 0 degrees of Aries. Now, they go conjunct every few years, and I can't remember the number because, like I say, I'm not an astrologer. I'm an energy healer. I'm an energy worker. I read the energies. But the reason I'm saying this one, 6,000 years, is because they are conjunct at 0 degrees of Aries. Now, that is known as the creator degree. That is the very beginning of the zodiac. It's literally a new start. It's a new beginning for every single living thing on this planet, including Gaia herself. It's a new start. That's on the 20th of February, 2026. 2026 is also a 1 year, which is all new beginnings, new starts. Everything is pointing to the fact that 2025 has been a really difficult year. Cleansing, clearing, shedding, letting go, breaking down old things, seeing things for what they truly are rather than the illusion they've created. And you can read into that whatever you will, whether that's in your own life or on a global stage. All of that is happening right now, and it's coming to a head. And expect more of that to be happening between now and the December solstice. But it's so that we can come out into the light from the darkness and see the light more clearly. And 20th of February is when the new beginning really starts. It's interesting because one of my favorite, I mean, I love all the festivals around the year. They all have impact and influence. The one that resonates with me personally really closely, because it's really deeply connected to my own personal awakening or reawakening story, is Imbolc. That's at the start of February, and that is a really powerful one for me personally. Like I say, that's where I connected with Goddess Bridget, and she's one of the 3 main ones that I work with most closely. Bridget, Isis, and Kali are my 3 sisters that I work with, and I do call them sisters because we are all divine and they welcome me as sister. And there is something so powerful in that space between. I'm getting a sense of the space between the December solstice and that moment of the 20th of February, when Neptune and Saturn are conjunct at 0 degrees of Aries, literally the creator degree. That phase is the sort of emerging into the daylight, if you like. If you think about a new baby born, if you imagine for a moment the baby is born on the solstice, 21st of December, and it comes out and it doesn't know, what is this thing? What is this daylight? What is this all about? How do I breathe? How do I navigate this stuff? What's this about? Oh, I've got a voice. I've got noise. I've got things. And those first 3 months, 2 months, 3 months, I don't know, 2 months in my instance here, but those first couple of months are just going, what is this? What's this all about? How do I, what? And that period of initial couple of months of growth is that learning to understand, okay, if I do this, it has that impact. Think about a newborn baby. If I cry, I get a response from my mother, from my parent, whatever way that is for that child. This is what we're doing. This is what we're about to be doing. The time right now, so the point of recording this right now and the point of telling you all of this right now is because there is work to do right now for you. And this is about really doing the deep work. This is our, if you like, our final phase. This is the last bit. This is the most intense, the most concentrated, the most dark bit. The bit to go into silence, the bit to go into darkness, the bit to really dive into your shadows, those nasty bits that you don't like, and go, let's clear them out. Because you do not want to be carrying those with you into next year. When we hit that creator degree on the 20th of February, you don't want all that gunk that you've been trailing and just going, oh, I don't want to look at it, it's not very nice. You want it gone. You want it gone. This is the time to be doing that work. This is absolutely that time to be doing that work. The way you do that, there are many different ways to do that. There's lots of ritual. Ritual becomes important now. Darkness is important. And when I say darkness, I'm not talking you have to go on a dark retreat or something extreme. I mean, if you're called to do that, please do. But just that space of emptiness where you switch off your brain and you shut out the light and you allow yourself to float in nothingness. That's what this is about, because when you empty yourself of the noise and the doing and the hustle and the craziness of the world and life, just being human, no matter how calm your life is, there are things going on in your life that you do and will need doing and all the rest of it, and that's fine. Give yourself that space, that ritual space, to honor your soul self. Finish off the deep work. This is the time to be doing it. This is the time to be doing it. Don't hang around with this stuff. It's such an opportunity. It's unique. It's literally unique. 3i Atlas will never come past this planet again. These energies will never, ever be available to us again. The conjunction on the 20th of February the last time it happened was 6,000 years ago, around about 4,000 BC, something like that. Like I say, I'm quoting other people here. Pam Gregory is one of those people who's looked into this and has colleagues that she's worked with on this. So that's who I'm quoting here as much as anything. But there's a real sense of the uniqueness of this time, of this opportunity, of these energies. These energies will never happen again. And the fact that that conjunction is happening in a 1 year, which is all about new beginnings, it's not coincidence. This is a literally unique opportunity in the history of our planet. Not just our species, it's the whole planet. Everything on this planet is going through this. Earth is going through this herself. Seismic activity, changing. New breakthroughs are happening. We're finding out more about primordial waters. I mean, there was a research published, I think it was just last week, some like mind-blowing sense of new primordial waters discovered by scientists who aren't into the spiritual stuff. They're finding these things. This is fact. This is real. These are things that, I'm going to be honest, energetically I've connected with for a long time. The primordial waters of Mother Gaia. I've actually literally been and connected into them, and it's mind-blowingly powerful. And now it's discovered in science. This isn't coincidence. These things are happening for a reason. The chaos that's going on in the world around, on a global stage, on a political arena. I mean, I don't watch the news, but the stuff that's going on is exposing things that have been happening for a very, very long time, and now we're seeing them. They're all coming to the surface so we can see them and go, hang on, that's not okay. That's what's happening right now. It's not that suddenly megalomaniacs are in charge. Megalomaniacs have always been in charge, or thought they were. And now we're seeing them for what they are, rather than the illusion that they try to keep us under. And we're going, no, not okay with that, not putting up with that, disconnecting from that. I'm not listening to that. That's what's happening right now. It's not that things have become more crazy, it's that we are waking up. And this time between now and the solstice, and then up till the end of February, is the ultimate time to be doing that waking up. So I want to invite you to really think about how you do that. If you want help with that, please do reach out. I was guided just, and it actually makes me laugh how perfect it was at the autumn equinox, September equinox. I had a download from my guides that said I needed to create a new program, 3-month one-to-one program for people to go through this process. And it is literally, it's called Becoming Limitless. And if you want the details of that, please do reach out to me. It's a 3-month program. So actually, if you started now, you would be done by that February date. And that's mind-blowingly powerful. You will be absolutely at your peak at that point. And it's energy work, and it's psychological work, and it's nervous system work, and it's all everything. Anyway, ask me about it if you want the details. Drop a comment below, and I'm happy to send you the details for that. But I laugh that was when my guide said, right, create this thing, create this new program, 3-month program, one-to-one, 4 spaces, 4. It's interesting. I don't do things in 4s. One of them has gone already. So at the time of recording, I've still got 3 spaces left at the moment. But obviously, once this cycle's complete, then there will be more down the line. So whenever you're watching this, that will continue to be available. So it doesn't matter if you can't jump in now, then make a note of it if it's calling you, because that's what this process is about. So if you want to do it before the 20th of February, and really that's why my guides asked me to create this for 3 months. So it's a 12-week program. That's why, so that you can do it in this time frame. That's exactly why it's created now. That's why it didn't come in before. That's why it's available right now. So I'm putting that out there. If that calls to you, if you want that help, if you're willing to do that work, if you're prepared to go through that work, I will hold you as you go through it, so you won't do it on your own, because I know how hard it is to do this stuff on your own, and that's the point of me doing this. If that's not your bag and that doesn't call to you, the other thing that I'm doing is I've slightly rejigged some stuff that I'm doing. So it's a free session I'm running on the 17th of November. So depending on when you watch this, the next one is the 17th of November, and it's my new moon business expansion session. And that's where I talk about the specific energies of the upcoming new moon. The new moon is on the 20th. So I always do it a few days before, so you have time to work with the dark energies of that new moon that's coming up. And we'll talk about what those specific energies are. We'll go into a lot more detail about the specifics of that particular one. I haven't done that in this video. I've talked more generally, and this has gone on for much longer than I expected, but actually there's a lot going on right now, so I wanted to share it all with you. So come and join that. I'm going to be putting it on YouTube. It's going to be live, and for technological reasons and difficulties and things like that, and I'm not fighting it because it's Mercury retrograde and all the rest of it that I've talked about. It's going to be live streamed on my Facebook profile, but then it will also be recorded, and I will put it on YouTube straight afterwards as well. So you can watch that on here, or you can watch it live. And ask questions on live if you connect with me on my Facebook profile, and I will put the link to that in underneath this video. So we are in unprecedented times. We really are. And I know I've said that a lot in all of my videos over the last few months, but that's because it's true. We really literally are in times that have never ever happened before. and the astrology is converging to make that unique. The interstellar objects and comets are making that unique. The numerology and energies are making that unique. Everything is changing right now. Expect things to be very different next year. Doesn't mean it's going to be bang overnight happens differently, but you'll feel the energy shift. You really will. But I want to invite you to really take time to be still, to go into the darkness within yourself and allow yourself to do that process so that you can be ready for what's coming and prepare yourself for the influx of light, 19th, 20th, 21st of December. And that's on the back of the 12/12 portal, which I believe is also going to be massive. And again, I can't give you specifics on that. I just get this feeling, and I've learned to trust those, because that's what I do, is trust those feelings. So I'm going to leave this here. I have gone on a lot longer than I expected to, but honestly, it's unprecedented. I am sending you so much love, because actually that's what this is all about. It's coming from a place of love, not fear. I'm sending you all so much love. Please, if you have any questions at all about any of this, comment below, drop me a comment, let me know what you think, let me know how this lands with you. Feel free to reach out to me privately. I'll put my social media links below. You can reach out to me via those, or you can contact me on my email address. I'll put that in as well, so you've got to get in touch with me. If you're interested in Becoming Limitless, my 3-month program, if you're feeling the nudge, drop me a message and we'll have a chat. I'll never push anyone into anything if they're not up for it, but I'm happy to have a chat. We can see if it's right for you and if you're the right fit to work with me and all of that stuff. Okay, never any pressure, but very happy to have that conversation with you, so to find out if it is right. I'm going to leave that there. I'm sending you so much love. Take care, drink plenty of water, give yourself permission to be still. That's really important right now. Take care, and I will see you very soon.